In this video, we will talk about using the overall statistics page within Guardian. From within the user portal within Guardian, we'll first click on the Reports tab on the top menu bar. And the first page we are brought to is the overall statistics page. The first thing you should do with your overall statistics page is set the desired date range in which you want to view your statistics. So if we were to back up, let's say to May 1st, and through today, we will click search. The system will take a moment and recalculate all of the data. You will see you also have the option to compare this data with the prior period, meaning if I were to click this button, my date range here, which is about 6 weeks, should compare my most recent 6-week data with the 6-week period before it. Since I am doing this in our demo instance, which just got started on May 1st, I do not really have a prior period, so I'm going to look at just this current period from May 1st to June 16th. The first thing upon scrolling down you might see is that some standardized numbers are being calculated across this scrolling horizontal bar. We're going to see within this time period how many cases have been closed, the average completion rate, the total incidents that have been reported, how many of them were converted to a case, and how many were discarded. As these numbers change, they will of course update for your current situation. Keep in mind, the overall statistics are only going to show you data for which you have access. Right now, I am logged in as a super administrator, meaning I can see every single piece of information within Guardian. I can see every case type, every incident, and so forth. If my access was only workflow admin or incident type admin, I will only be able to see the overall statistics for what I'm able to view. An example of that is, let's say the only thing that I am in charge of is overseeing Title IX cases, and I do not currently have access for any other case types, such as behavioral intervention or student conduct and so forth. The only thing I have access for is Title IX. What that means is that my overall statistics are only going to show me the Title IX overall statistics. I will not be able to see statistics for other case types. So keep in mind, I am a super admin at the time, but what I see here for overall statistics is only going to update for what I have access to. Scrolling down, I start to see some charts. I can see the incidents reported. I will be able to see the incident reports that have been converted to cases, how many have been discarded, and how many have been closed. You can see I have the option to also group my information by months or by years. In this case, everything comes together. But on the right here, I see a table that's showing me my counts. Within those 6 weeks, I had 8 sexual misconduct cases, 6 conduct incidents, 5 academic integrities, and so forth. But my bar chart here shows me my information that is broken out by month. In May, I can see I have a lot more cases than in June. And what is really nice is if I were to hover over the colors, I will see the counts. So I can see in May I had 6 student conduct incidents. I had 2 accommodation requests. I had 5 sexual misconduct incidents. I had 2 student of concern incidents, and I had 4 academic integrity incidents. Whereas in June, I've so far have 3 sexual misconducts and 1 academic integrity. So these charts give you a really quick and easy way to figure out quite fast how many counts or how many particular incident reports or cases or discarded items or cases closed I have had for each incident type within each particular month. Scrolling down, I'm able to run some very quick statistics based on first and foremost location. So my pie chart here is showing me where particular incidents have been submitted. In this case, 19 of them on campus, 4 off campus. If I cared more about building, I could toggle to building and see 10 in Bryant Hall, 3 in Thompson Hall, and so forth. Moving to the right, I'm able to see who is submitting the incident reports. In this case, 21 have been by students, 2 have been by employees. If any were submitted anonymously, you will also see anonymous here as an option. And then all the way further to the right, we have some pie charts that show us our query information. The query information will update based on what all of your options within your query fields are. So if you want to look at just the status, I have my statuses broken up into 3 categories here, where I see 4 of them are level 1, 2 are level 2, and 2 are level 3. If I want to see my query information for location, I simply choose location, where I see 7 have been on campus and 1 has been off campus. And then finally, if I were to choose category, I will see all my various categories. As you update query fields from within the case view, all of them become reportable here as well. So if you were to add something in addition to status, location, or category, maybe you want to have a 4th option here, that will become available from the overall statistics page as well. And then finally, at the very bottom, we have the ability to quickly see how many of each type of violation, sanction, fine, appeals, pleas, hearings, and so forth have occurred within that particular date range. Of course, hovering over them will show us the counts. If I were to toggle to sanctions, I will see all the sanctions that were given between those date ranges, again, only for the cases that I have access to. Keep in mind that I will only be able to see the information for cases that I have access to. If I am granted more access, I will see different information, and so forth. If I want to see more, I can click View All. And the last thing I will talk about from this particular page is the ability to export this report. When I click Export, it will take all of the information here, inclusive of the charts, and it will export it into a PDF so that if I wanted to take the charts and say cut and paste them into a PowerPoint presentation, it will make it very easy for me to do so. But keep in mind, it will only export what is currently on the page. So if I wanted to export the chart for IR converted to case, and I'm not clicked on IR converted to case, it will not export that for me. Hopefully the overall statistics page explanation is helpful so that you can use this page to run very quick and easy metrics to maintain reporting and so forth.